Hello, everyone. Today we are talking World War II in America. The United States became involved in World War II after the bombing of Pearl Harbor, a surprise military attack carried out by Japan on December 7th, 1941. At the time, Franklin Delano Roosevelt was serving as president during his unprecedented third term in office. This pivotal event prompted the U.S. to officially enter the global conflict.
Hello, and welcome to the Social Studies mini lesson. Some of you may be watching on YouTube, some of you may be listening on a podcast, and some of you may be subscribed to my Substack. Whichever way you got here, I'm happy you are here. 3 quick housekeeping items we will go over each time. Number 1, be prepared. If you are listening on the podcast, grab a notebook so you can take notes. If you are watching the stream, you can take notes or even screenshots. Number 2, pay attention. These mini lessons are meant to be just that, mini. They are not long and drawn out, so put the other devices away and pay attention to the lesson we are about to go over. If you are a paid subscriber to the Substack, you can ask any questions about today's lesson in the chat and submit your review answers in there as well. Number 3, this is quite possibly the most important message. You are the captain of your own learning. You only get out what you put into your education, but no one can ever take your learning away from you. Showcase your knowledge on the subject by completing the practice questions at the end. And as always, enjoy today's mini lesson.
After Pearl Harbor, 5 million Americans enlisted to fight in the war. The Selective Service expanded the draft and eventually provided an additional 10 million soldiers, but all Americans joined the fight. During World War II, Army Chief of Staff General George Marshall recognized the need for additional support and pushed for the creation of the Women's Auxiliary Army Corps, the WAAC. This groundbreaking program allowed women to serve in the U.S. Army for the first time, though in non combat roles. It marked a significant step towards expanding opportunities for women in the military. Under the WAAC, women took on essential duties such as nurses, ambulance drivers, radio operators, and even pilots. Their work freed up more men for combat and proved that women could handle demanding and critical responsibilities in times of war. The success of the WAAC helped pave the way for greater military roles for women in the years to come. Despite facing discrimination and unequal treatment at home, minority populations in the United States made vital contributions to the World War II effort. Over 1 million African Americans served in the military, often in segregated units, while fighting for freedom abroad and hoping for greater equality at home. Alongside them, 300,000 Mexican Americans enlisted, proving their loyalty and courage on battlefields across the world. Other minority groups also stepped up in significant numbers. Around 33,000 Japanese Americans, many from internment camps, volunteered to serve, along with some joining the highly decorated 442nd Regimental Combat Team. Additionally, 25,000 Native Americans and 13,000 Chinese Americans served in various roles, showcasing their bravery and commitment to the nation despite enduring prejudice and limited civil rights at that time. During World War II, the United States transformed its economy to meet the demands of the global conflict, with one of the biggest changes happening in the auto industry. American automobile factories, which had once produced cars for everyday use, quickly shifted their focus to building machines for war. Car assembly lines were repurposed to manufacture tanks, planes, boats, and command cars, helping to supply the military with the equipment it desperately needed. This remarkable industrial conversion wasn't limited to car manufacturers. Many other industries across the nation also adapted their production lines to create war-related supplies. Factories that once produced household appliances or consumer goods started making weapons, ammunition, uniforms, and medical equipment. This massive effort showcased America's industrial strength and the country's ability to unite for a common cause. The swift transition of industries played a crucial role in the Allied victory, ensuring troops had the necessary resources to fight overseas. It also opened new job opportunities for women and minority workers as millions of Americans joined the workforce to support the war effort. This period marked a powerful example of national unity, innovation, and resilience during one of history's most challenging times. During World War II, the need for labor in war industries created new opportunities for groups that had long been excluded from certain types of work. Of the 18 million Americans employed in war related industries, more than 6 million were women and nearly 2 million were minorities. These workers built planes, ships, tanks, and weapons, proving that they were more than capable of handling tough, traditionally male dominated jobs. The war effort broke down barriers and reshaped the American workforce as women and minorities stepped up to fill vital roles while millions of men served overseas. One of the most enduring symbols of this movement was Rosie the Riveter, a fictional character who became the face of a government campaign encouraging women to join the munitions industry. Dressed in overalls with the red polka dot bandana and flexing her arm under the slogan, "We can do it," Rosie represented strength, determination, and patriotism. The image not only inspired women to take on industrial jobs during the war, but also left a lasting impression on the fight for gender equality in the workplace for decades to come. In 1941, Franklin D. Roosevelt established the Office of Scientific Research and Development, the OSRD, to harness the talents of American scientists and engineers for the war effort. This organization helped coordinate military research and technological innovations, ensuring that science played a vital role in national defense. One of its top priorities was developing advanced radar and sonar technology, which became crucial in locating enemy submarines and securing Allied control of the seas. Beyond military equipment, the OSRD also made major contributions to medicine and public health. Scientists under its direction worked on mass producing penicillin, turning it into a life saving antibiotic for wounded soldiers on the front lines. The office also supported the development of pesticides like DDT to combat malaria carrying mosquitoes, particularly in tropical war zones. These advancements not only gave Allied forces a critical advantage, but also laid the groundwork for post war scientific and medical breakthroughs. The Manhattan Project was a top secret US program launched in 1941 to develop an atomic bomb before Nazi Germany could. Sparked by warnings from scientists like Albert Einstein and Enrico Fermi about the dangers of atomic weapons in Axis hands, the project grew rapidly under a breakthrough of nuclear chain reactions in 1942. Massive research and production facilities were built across the country, with Los Alamos in New Mexico as the main assembly site under the Robert Oppenheimer's leadership. Despite employing over 120,000 people, strict secrecy surrounded the project. Even Vice President Truman was unaware of it until he became president. On July 16, 1945, the world's first atomic bomb, nicknamed Gadget, was detonated in the New Mexico desert, marking the dawn of the nuclear age. Even though Einstein's famous E equals mc squared equation became the basis of development for the atomic bomb, Einstein was never asked to participate in the Manhattan Project. The reasoning? In July 1940, the U.S. Army Intelligence Office denied Einstein the security clearance needed to work on the Manhattan Project. The hundreds of scientists on the project were forbidden from consulting with Einstein because the left leaning political activist was deemed a potential security risk. The War Production Board, or WPB, was established to ensure that American troops had the resources they needed for the war effort. It decided which companies would convert to wartime production and how to allocate raw materials most efficiently to those industries. In addition to managing industrial output, the WPB organized nationwide collection drives to gather scrap iron, tin cans, paper, rags, and cooking fat for recycling into war materials. To help manage shortages of essential goods, the Office of Price Administration, the OPA, introduced a system of rationing, giving households set allocations of scarce items like gasoline, meat, shoes, sugar, and coffee. During World War II, American movie theaters played a crucial role in keeping the public informed about the progress of the war. Alongside feature films and cartoons, audiences watched twice weekly newsreels produced by 5 major film companies. These short documentary style films provided vivid, often dramatized updates on battles, military victories, and life on the home front. Newsreels brought the war to life for civilians, offering footage of troops overseas, war bond rallies, presidential speeches, and factory production lines supporting the war effort. These newsreels were more than just information. They were carefully crafted pieces of wartime propaganda designed to boost morale and maintain public support for the war. By packaging news within the larger entertainment experience at the theater, the government and film studios ensured that Americans stayed connected to the realities of the global conflict while reinforcing patriotic duty. This visual storytelling helped bridge the gap between soldiers fighting abroad and the citizens supporting them at home. And now for today's practice work, we have one question to answer. What was the purpose of the War Production Board? Your answer should be 3 to 5 sentences in length.
A reminder, subscribers to the Substack can submit their answers and questions into the chat. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com, Shannon McNamara, or watch History in a Minute on TikTok at UDaleNisa. See you again next week.